I've been reading this article for Yahoo Life. It says each week millions of Taylor Swift fans tune in to Kansas City Chiefs games. The hosts of catching a glimpse of the pop superstar cheering on her boyfriend Travis Kelce. Shouldn't they be tuning into the game to actually watch the game and not the entire time getting a glimpse of Taylor as if they're actually at her concert? Now, it makes sense to actually get a glimpse of her at the concert. At her concert. Not when she's at a football game. Despite the increased viewership her attendance has brought to the NFL, some folks are displeased with the distraction from the sport, including former NFL player and former NFL head coach of the Indianapolis Colts and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tony Dungy. Talking about it increased viewership. Y'all act like the NFL was never popular. Y'all act like Taylor's existence, it became more popular. The NFL was always more popular before Taylor hooked up with Travis. Stop. Anyways, so Tony Dungy, he was asked about the Taylor Swift effect on sports in the NFL during a recent interview on Fox News. And Tony Dungy gave his honest and respectful opinion. And Tony Dungy says, that's the thing that's disenchanting people with sports now. The NFL, there's so much on the outside coming in entertainment value and different things taken away from what really happens on the field. And you know what? Tony Dungy has a point. He's right. It seems that things like this, it seems like nowadays it does disenchant people with sports now compared to what it was in the past. But of course, there's been some Swifties, Taylor Swift fans, of course, because this is the type of crap they do if they feel like somebody who's trying to disrespect Taylor or whatever. And it's not just Taylor, any artist that's not very talented or music's not all that great, like Lil Wayne or Nicki Minaj. You know, if you say something wrong about them, you know their fans are going to come to their aid and be offensive about that, which I think is just, oh my God, it's so ridiculous. Yeah, so these Swifties, apparently, no surprise, had a problem with what he said. I find that pathetic. I guess they're like, who is this Tony Dungy? How dare you talk about Taylor like that? What do you mean? What do you mean the entertainment value and different things take away from what happens on the field? Are you hating, old man? You're just an old man that hates. Like, come on, Swifties, let's get together, take this man down. Oh my God, shut up, stop it. Stop being so sensitive. It's okay to be sensitive, but not sensitive like that where you need to attack people because they was being real and getting their opinions. This gotta stop. This is some nonsense that needs to stop. This is ridiculous. There's some ridiculous tweets. I'm guessing Swifties going at Tony Dungy. Tony Dungy didn't deserve this, regardless of how you feel about his opinion. What happened to respecting people's opinions and not bashing them just because you, quote-unquote, didn't exactly like what that person said? Come on now. Just say, okay, I hear you, I respect your opinion. I'd rather people say that instead of taking it so damn offensive as if the guy said something about Taylor's family members or he said something about Taylor getting hit by a car or something like that. There's a tweet from Twitter that says, at this point, Taylor Swift is a lot better for football and the world than Tony Dungy. Yeah, this woman by the name of Janice Ho. Really, Janice? You think that Taylor Swift is a lot better for football and the world than Tony Dungy? Are you serious? That's very disrespectful. You don't say crap like that. How would you feel if somebody said that the world would be better off without your ass? That would feel good, wouldn't it? It's not okay for you to say that about Tony Dungy. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Get your ass together, Janice. I hope you don't sleep well at night. Then we got this guy named Alvin Covington. What's he got to say? Tony Dungy went from full buffoon, blaming Taylor Swift for discouraging viewers from watching the NFL. Second highest overall TV ratings since 2000. Second highest Monday Night Football ratings since 2000. 97 of the top 100 TV programs of 2023. Swiftie has been a massive positive for the NFL. Dude, stop licking her vajayjay. Alright? Just stop. And you're the buffoon for what you just said. Yeah, that's great with all the viewers and second highest overall rating TV rating since 2000, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I can't say she's actually massive positive for the NFL. You're just being too damn nice. Stop it. This is my thing. Taylor Swift fans, aka Swifties, you should be ashamed of yourself for getting at Tony Dungy because he was being real and giving his opinion about the effect of the NFL with this whole Taylor Swift hoopla and whatnot. And I'm sorry, I think it's ridiculous for Swifties to all of a sudden get into football and watching football because Taylor is in attendance at Chief games or she's on the road watching the Chiefs. You sound like bandwagoners. That's not cool. It makes sense for you to be a fan of football before Taylor dated Travis. Okay? Look, if you're a Swiftie and you never liked football, then stick to not liking football. Don't all of a sudden become a football fan because Taylor is in his house at Chiefs games. Or she's on the road supporting the Chiefs. No, that's ridiculous. Now, there's probably some Swifties who were football fans before Taylor dated Travis. And if you were a football fan before Taylor dated Travis, hey, that's cool. That's great. But I'm talking about the Swifties that are never football fans and all of a sudden they want to tune into football because Taylor's in attendance. And then, of course, there's Stephen A. Smith, who apparently has respect for Tony Dungy, but he disagrees with what Tony Dungy had to say about the whole Taylor Swift effect. Stephen A. is asking, what the hell is he talking about? And blah, blah, blah. So apparently he does see eye to eye with Tony Dungy's comment, which I'm not surprised. He said on his podcast, the Stephen A. Smith Show. Now, Stephen A., I know he had a show on ESPN at one point, but apparently he's brought it back on YouTube. But I think I recall him just talking about sports. Now that is now a podcast on YouTube, he still talks about sports, but now he talks about other things like politics. And of course, the man is now talking about pop culture and the drama between two celebrities in a relationship. I'm like, dude, really? Are you trying to be like TMZ? We don't need you to be talking about politics and pop culture. Just talk about sports like you did when you had your show on ESPN. Now, if you want to talk about politics, you can talk about it on Instagram or Twitter, on those media platforms. Or hell, I wouldn't mind you going on CNN and giving your thoughts about politics.
When I saw them dancing in the press box and she had Mama Kelsey on one side and Mrs. Mahomes on the other, and they had the whole press box jamming, and ultimately the arena was following suit. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, well, it ain't a beautiful thing when the NFL has her as a distraction, Stephen A.
That girl just went on tour and generated over $5 billion. I know plenty of people who would date her for that reason.
Really, Stephen A.? You really think a lot of people would date her for that reason? Whatever. You're just being so nice to Taylor that you don't want to hurt her feelings because you're probably afraid Swifty's going to be getting at your ass.
Not to mention the fact she don't look bad and she's an incredible artist. He could do a lot worse, and so could she.
Yes. Taylor is cute, okay? But you have to look at the history of men that she dated and the breakups that ended up not so great, where it sounds like she is the problem. So how the heck can a lot of guys want to date her when her history of a lot of men that she was with? And then he says that Travis could do a lot worse. Well, some people probably think that Travis have done worse because of the ex-girlfriend he was with named Kayla Nicole, who's a black woman. And so apparently it seemed like Travis Kelce at one point, or I don't know, maybe still he does, despite dating Taylor, has a thing for black women. People think that he gotten worse from going from Kayla Nicole to Taylor. But whatever.
I've known Travis Kelce for years. That's a good brother.
And he cracks me up saying this majority of the time. Why the heck are you mentioning that Travis Kelce's a good brother? Ain't nobody said that he wasn't a good brother. Nobody said that. Okay? And stop assuming that everybody's hating because they're in a relationship and it's Taylor. No. You can't assume that everybody's hating. People are just tired of her being such a distraction towards the NFL. That's it. Okay? And then he says that in his opinion, he finds it entertaining to see Taylor at football games. Okay, well, that's your opinion. Everybody's not going to agree. Regardless, she's not entertaining. She's a distraction towards the NFL. All right? Anyways, that's all I got to say. Later.